My name is Keith Cross. I am the owner and clinical director of the Prescott Relationship Center. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I earned my bachelor's degree in psychology from Arizona State and my master's and Ph.D. from Purdue University in marriage and family therapy. I specialize in working with couples. It's what I've been doing for quite some time. I really enjoy it. I'm also an educator. I teach full-time at Prescott College. I train masters in counseling students how to be counselors, and I really enjoy that time where I get to both educate the next generation as well as do the actual clinical work on a regular basis. I also do trainings for my fellow licensed professionals in the state of Arizona, and at the Prescott Relationship Center we offer fairly frequent marriage seminars where we get to teach couples on a little bit of a different level, sort of how to work with the dances that they find themselves in their relationships. What we often find is that couples really struggle for a long time before they end up coming in for counseling. There's a lot of pain and disconnection, oftentimes loneliness, that in many cases they either don't feel that therapy is going to be helpful, or they're just not comfortable sharing those intimate details with a complete stranger, which is understandable. But what they often fall into is an interactional cycle where maybe one of the individuals is maybe more prone or more interested in engaging in conversation, trying to sort of work through what's going on in the relationship. And often they sort of take the approach that, even if it means we're arguing, I'd almost rather argue than to sort of ignore it. On the contrary, there's usually the other individual in the relationship who takes the opposite approach, where conflict, they view conflict as negative and really try to avoid it at all costs. And they'll often take the approach that I'd rather not talk at all than to risk the potential even for any argument. So you put those two sort of methods of communication together, and it really ends up creating this downward spiral in the relationship. And we see it all the time, and it sounds odd, but the good thing about that is we have a lot of data that shows us how to actually reverse that negative cycle and help people to re-engage, connect, and get that closeness that they've been missing and longing for some time. So when clients come into the office, we're aware of how much courage and strength it takes to even walk in, to make the first call, much less to walk in that door. So I really do my best to help clients to feel safe and comfortable in this process. I tell them early on that their relationship is my client. It's not one or the other of them, that it's this cycle that they've found themselves falling into over and over again, that we're really battling here together as a team, the three of us. So I do mention to clients early on that there's no blame or shame or judgment. This is about how your relationship has evolved, how your communication strategies have evolved over time. And for many couples, it's very enlightening to learn that, goodness, despite their best interests, whether they are the ones who are pushing for communication or the ones who have been pulling away and trying not to communicate, that in the grand scheme of things, they both have the same outcome. They really want the best for their relationship. They're just going about it in ways that are unintentionally reinforcing that negative cycle. So what we get into are the underlying issues and needs that couples have in a relationship that go beyond in-laws, money, sex, parenting, those issues that we oftentimes find ourselves in sort of this perpetual argument that just never really goes away, and really helping couples to actually hear their partner differently, feel heard, to see their partner actually demonstrate that understanding of their pain or their frustration going on in the relationship can be really transformative for many clients. So for many couples, despite the understandable overwhelm and exhaustion that they often feel when they're really trying to make changes, they've maybe read some books or looked online, talked to friends, and things just don't seem to don't seem to change, it's understandable that they would be hesitant to come in, hesitant to talk to somebody, hesitant to put their marriage in the hands of somebody, you know, to fix it. So another great part of being involved in this process is seeing that that hopeless relationship really shift, and be able to see that hope and motivation grow, and then ultimately to see the positive changes that the couples have been looking for. It really is a privilege to be in this space with couples, to really get to see them work through what seemed like an unworkable situation, to find the closeness and connection they've been longing for, and to feel that acceptance and appreciation again in their relationship. And it really it's what brings me back into counseling every day, when I get to sit down and see these clients really make great strides towards the relationship that they've always wanted. Okay, now I have to get my brain into it. Right. No, my. Okay. But let me start that over. It was much easier to talk to a pillow that I set up on top of it.